I think a lot of people are probably wondering, like, what is the, good bull case? What's a good, like, kind of average case? And what's a good bearish case? So I've coincidentally painted those right in front of you. For the bulls, like the end is near and we start to climb back up again. We have a good, start to March. We're back to like 90s battling this zone. And note, for every single scenario, this is a zone. Like we can drag this zone all the way out, right? And you can see the differences. Let's do that. And each scenario, bulls, neutral, and bears all interact with this. So I would make this about as significant a level as you can make it. But initially for the bulls, like in the next couple of weeks, we come up here and maybe like struggle with it, go back and retest the 200 again, break through, or we just break through immediately, right? I'm not saying that, but ideally, like you'd want to stair step comfortably and kind of come back out, retest the 200, break through big time, and come back to like mid 90s. These range highs again, come back again, and like kind of hold this zone. And we're still like, this is only like 3 weeks away. Okay, this is not months down the line here. This is like 3 weeks from now. We could very well be back in the mid 90s for the bulls. And then we'd like make a big breakthrough of these highs and then back to, over 100K plus, right? And then we're just off to the races again. For a little bit more conservative approach, like we would kind of slowly kind of find a bottom here over the next week to 2 weeks, still bullish, kind of struggle a little bit longer, maybe a little bit of a rounded formation versus kind of this sharp recovery, and then kind of slowly work our way back up to 90s again. A couple weeks more down the line. Now we're like, approaching the third week of March, and instead of being at 95, 100, we're like 85 to 87, something like that. Come up and kind of just hit this zone time and time again and struggle with it, but still kind of, maybe a slip and come back down, get everyone panicked again, back to the 200 like a month from now. And then we kind of work our way back up again, test the zone yet, for a third time, fourth time, whatever, come back up, make a higher low, and then break through. And then we kind of work our way up from there. Bearish is we continue down the rabbit hole for a little bit longer, or like follow this yellow where we kind of struggle, and then maybe we reject off of the 200 up here right after making a lower low, and then something loosely along this we struggle going to low 70s, which was our previous highs, then work our way back up, and get some kind of a bigger bounce at the 200, maybe struggle with that for a little bit, work our way back up to mid 90s, our zone, and then get this like kind of head fake out where it kind of gets everyone, trapped here, putting in another lower high, and kind of fake out, flip this zone, and then nuke it back quickly. I think it would be quickly, right? It'd be kind of that gotcha. And then you would like kind of flip this to resistance again, and then we'd be in trouble here. This would be the trouble zone. This would be likely cycle over zone if this played out. Now, I give this a very low probability, a few percent chance of happening. As crazy as that is to say at this time, when a lot of people are bearish, I don't think this is likely. But in either scenario, I strongly believe we are going to go back to 100K no matter what, even in the bearish case. Now, it could very well be, summertime before we get there if the bears have anything to say about it. And also we could like retrofit this to this yellow line and, say maybe we go a little bit quicker up here and still head fake. But the key takeaway on the red and the bearish is we continue to make a lower high, no matter what we get. And we come back down here, right? If we did this scenario, this is the most important 2 points on this whole red outlook, is no matter what we do in the short term, the long term is we would come back up here and fail to take out these highs and then immediately go back down under this zone again. That would be something to very, very much worry about. And at that point, we would definitely work on, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But hopefully this paints a bigger light on what I'm kind of seeing, what we'd want to see out of bulls, kind of bulls and bears. in the the upcoming month. I think we'll obviously, like by mid-March even, we might see one of these three taking more of a shape. Now, obviously, it's going to be a little difficult if we're still, in mid-March and we're around this 85K range, because guess what? All three lines are still kind of right there. So it could be still mid-March and still be kind of muddled. But towards the end of March, I think it'll be much clearer on which side is winning. Yellow, green, or dare I say red. Okay. Hopefully that helps going into the weekend and going into March.